Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Aldis made a massive accusation against Sikoa that left the leader of the new bloodline stunned. It seems like in doing so, a major breakup was teased on SmackDown. It all stemmed from the chaos of last week and this week, where Damian Priest, Louisiana Knight, and Drew McIntyre all got involved with Jacob Fatu. This week, there was a backstage pull-apart between Priest, Sikoa, and Fatu, as well as tensions between LA Knight and Damian Priest. The match between Knight and Priest ended in a DQ following Sikoa's interference. In a backstage segment, Aldis informed Sikoa and Fatu that the US title will be on the line in Backlash in a triple threat match against Damian Priest and LA Knight. Sikoa said that it should have been Drew McIntyre who got the shot since he technically beat LA Knight last week, via DQ. Aldis obliged and made the match a fatal four-way at Backlash. When Solo accused Aldis of trying to screw Jacob Fatu, Aldis hit back by saying, "No Solo. You are." The accusation left Solo stunned. It seems like a breakup is being teased, but it may not happen just yet. Solo has taken a backseat compared to a year ago, as Jacob Fatu looks to be stepping up in a much bigger way. Jacob Fatu made it clear that he didn't care how many people he defended the title against. He welcomed all comers. The reaction on Sikoa's face was nothing short of priceless. The fallout from WrestleMania 41 has been nothing short of explosive, and Friday Night SmackDown took things to an entirely new level this week. Just when it seemed the bloodline, under Sikoa's iron-fisted leadership, had found its ruthless rhythm, a stunning moment with SmackDown General Manager Aldis threw everything into chaos. What began as a tense confrontation ended with accusations, jaw-dropping implications, and the first real cracks in Solo's grip on the bloodline. The accusation that rocked the island. Friday's episode opened with a pre-taped vignette showing Paul Heyman entering the SmackDown arena alone. His usual flair was gone, his shoulders hunched, his eyes scanning nervously. As Michael Cole and Wade Barrett commented on his increasingly fragile alliance with Sikoa, the crowd already sensed something was coming. Midway through the show, Solo entered the ring with Tama Tonga and Tangaloa flanking him. He took the mic with steely confidence, daring anyone, especially Cody Rhodes, to step up again. But before he could continue his address, the unexpected happened. Aldis music hit. The GM, dressed in an all-black suit with the WWE Universal title contract folder in hand, walked with a purpose that spoke volumes. The arena held its breath. In the ring, Solo's expression barely changed, but his jaw clenched ever so slightly. Aldis stood across from Solo and simply said, "You're under investigation." The words hit like a thunderclap. Who's really pulling the strings? A stunned hush fell over the crowd. Aldis continued, "There are allegations, Mr. Sikoa, that you've orchestrated multiple backstage assaults over the last 2 months, including the one that left Kevin Owens with a concussion in the ambush of LA Knight 2 weeks ago. There's security footage that doesn't lie. And there are whispers, strong whispers, that you've been working with someone else behind the scenes. Someone manipulating even you." Solo, to his credit, didn't flinch. "You think someone's controlling me?" he growled. "Nah, Aldis. I'm the one in charge now. Roman left this island. I am the tribal chief." The camera zoomed in on Aldis' face, which revealed a smirk that was both amused and disapproving. "You're in charge. Until you aren't." And with that, Aldis walked off. But not before dropping a final bombshell. "Next week, we'll have a formal hearing. And if these accusations hold, your position, and your allies, will crumble faster than Roman's empire." Backstage turmoil, breakup on the horizon? The show cut to a chaotic scene backstage moments later, where Solo confronted Heyman. "You knew about this?" he barked, shoving Heyman against a wall. "You told him something?" Heyman, visibly shaking, raised his hands. "I swear, Solo, I didn't say anything. I've only ever protected you. You know that." But Solo wasn't convinced. His paranoia has been rising steadily in recent weeks, and this confrontation showed the internal pressure cooker is nearing its limit. Later in the show, a camera caught Tama Tonga whispering something to Tangaloa, with a sharp glance toward Solo. Fans online have already begun to speculate, is another bloodline coup already brewing? The seeds of dissension, who's the puppet master? The big question now hanging in the air is, if Solo isn't the mastermind behind these attacks, then who is? A few theories are already making the rounds in the WWE universe. Jacob Fatu, The highly anticipated debut of this monstrous cousin has been teased for months. Could he be pulling the strings and waiting for the right moment to strike against Solo? Roman Reigns. While Reigns hasn't been seen since his loss at WrestleMania, some believe he's silently working to reclaim his throne by letting Solo implode from within. Paul Heyman. The wise man always survives. Could this be Heyman's final betrayal, setting up Solo to fall in favor of a new client? Nick Aldis' boldest move yet. For Nick Aldis, this was not only a mic drop moment, it may have been his most daring gamble as GM. He's tried for months to maintain control of SmackDown amidst the Bloodline civil war. With Roman gone, and Solo building a brutal empire of his own, Aldis has largely kept his distance. But this week, he stepped directly into the fire. The formal hearing next week promises major revelations, and Aldis hinted at having damning footage he'll present to WWE officials and the WWE Universe. But what happens if Solo is cleared? What happens if he's not? Either way, Aldis has made himself the biggest target in WWE. A fractured empire. As the show came to a close, Solo stood alone in the ring after another dominant victory against Angelo Dawkins. His allies had left during the match's final moments, Tama Tonga walking up the ramp without looking back. The camera zoomed in on Solo's face again. For the first time in months, there was a flicker of doubt. And perhaps fear. Is the island crumbling beneath his feet? Final thoughts. The end of the Bloodline 2.0? The Bloodline has reinvented itself many times over the past 3 years, but never before has its foundation felt this fragile. Solo Sikoa was once the enforcer, the quiet storm behind Roman Reigns. Now, as the self-proclaimed tribal chief, he's finding out the hard way that wearing the crown comes with a target. Nick Aldis may have fired the first official shot, but it's the inner whispers of betrayal and the looming shadows of Reigns, Fatu, and Heyman that might ultimately shatter everything. One thing is certain, next week's SmackDown isn't just must-see, it could mark the beginning of the end for the Bloodline's second reign. Will Solo survive the accusations, or is the true puppet master ready to reveal himself?